Hey, I am on live. 21 second. I don't know. I'm just going live today because it's Friday. I had a day off and markets open half an hour. So I thought I'm gonna do some charting live here. I'm just gonna sit around, listen to music. I thought I'll just go live. If anybody's online, then we can have a chat. Or I think I've got functionality to invite folks to come and chat if you want. Feel free. I'm just going to do some charts. So I'm looking at a couple of charts that I'm going to look at because I've been working back to work. Not really much time to chart. I did chart a couple of AMD and Nvidia. So I started looking at like the likes of Fiverr, Coinbase, Tesla, CrowdStrike, AFRM. I thought I'd do some charting today and just go and see anybody else wants to do anything, and just chill out until half two, because the market, honestly, to me, is not very exciting. Maybe the only exciting thing is about Tesla shareholders meeting that's coming up on. That's the only thing that's exciting. Other than that, things are pretty flat in the market. Everything's all crypto. So I'm saying, hello, PG. How you doing? I am good. Thank you very much. I'm just saying that just coming on live to see the market. I'm going to do some charting. I thought while I'm doing some charting and doing some video, I should just two in one and live see who's online, because I'm off today and don't get much of a time off. I thought I'd look at charts, because now back to the office to work. You cannot just turn on your PC and look at charts. People will go, "What is he doing?" Yeah. So how do you feel about Tiger Broker? I've not looked at Tiger Broker for a while. I don't even know how much it was. So maybe I'll put it on my list to have a gander and see where they are, because I think previously, about 5 months ago, I thought Tiger Broker was a great stock to own. It's undervalued compared to like Futu and many other stocks, and they've been going ups and down, especially with investing. How fast are they expanding? Because it's towards the end of the year, so something I can look at as well. Hello, I'm going to just say hello to everyone. XXHH, that's a nice name. Oh, Argentina, you must be in the morning. Good morning to you, Luis Gabriel. It's lunch, just past lunchtime here in the UK. And people ask me, are you medical doctor or PhD doctor? I am an engineer. I've got a doctorate in engineering, electrical and electronics engineering, back in 2000, graduated in 2007, a while ago. So nope, nothing medical, but lots of friends who were in that field when I was doing a PhD. So not medical at all. So I cannot save your life if you want to play with me. Yes, King of Dream. You know what? Don't forget the 30% rule. Oh wait, Star Platinum raised something interesting. I like your profile pic. For 30% rule. When you say 30% rule, do you mean 80-20 Pareto or 30% rule? I'm not sure. Maybe you can tell me what you mean by 30%. But while you do that, since King of Dreams is up, let's look at Tiger. I've not looked at it for a while. Let's quickly look at Tiger. That's what I'm doing here today. I'm just going to do some charting. I thought I'd just go on live. So let me share my screen. While I'm sharing my screen, let me just get my computer slow. Okay. Let me make sure I share the right screen. Share screen. Stock portfolio, Yahoo. Okay, so let me just get up. Tiger, TIG. I've not looked at it for a while. Let's look at the charts for up fintech and see where we are. So it's hover around about $10. So it's went up high and came down. I think previously Tiger went as high as 2030, wasn't it? And they've peaked and they came down. So I'm just looking at the charts here. So I'm looking at Tiger fresh off the ice. I've not done this yet. And what I like to do is I like to take a screenshot, because I use Yahoo Finance, is free. I use TrendView because you have to pay for it. I'm pretty cheapskate. Do the tools that you have. I like to paint stuff on it. So this is Tiger just now. It looks like they've bottomed out here. I think the RSI is pretty low. Oh, it did hit close to 30 at one point. Now it's back to 38. And they are going even lower. So there's a trend. There's a buckling trend coming down here. If I draw a trend line up here, let's see where they are. There was the last time they buckled, but I don't want that bad. It looks like they're on a spiral trend down. Let me just see. They've broken trend many times, so it's no point drawing the top line. What I can see here is a death cross. That's why they're going spirally downward. Yeah. So death cross here. So you take quite some time for them to push it up. So death cross round about the September period, the Evergrande saga. for them to hit all-time high again, it's going to be pretty difficult because I can see. So they're trying to go low here. There's a last breakout they had back in the last breakout back around about Christmas period. Yeah, there's a last around about just after New Year they broke out. So it's going to be a while before. So it looks like they're heading towards this destination here. There's a cross, as you can see. Looks like they may hit that point as low. Don't know how long it will bounce or not bounce. We don't know. And the next line they will go up is this will be the next supporting line they need to go back up to. You can see all that points touch here. 1 point touch, 2 point touch, and then they were hovering here. They're trying to sustain the support, and then it broke down even more. So if any time they're going to come back up, I think it'll be a bounce between the risk and reward ratio runabout. I think this is runabout. Let me just go back to the charts. Oh wait, you guys can see my chart, do you? Oh gosh, I'm not sharing my full screen. Excuse me. Oh gosh. Give me a second. My computer just froze that. Oops, my computer just froze. I'm frozen. I don't know if anybody can see me. It's frozen. My computer just went into froze screen. As you can see, it's all frozen. I was drawing charts here just now, but because I was sharing the wrong screen, see, very, very amateur of me. Very, very amateur. I was actually drawing I was charting it out, but I was sharing the wrong screen. And now my computer is fully frozen, so I don't even know if anybody can hear me. See, it's still spinning the wheel of death here. Still spinning. So while it's still spinning, where I'm coming from is, you can see there's a death cross that happened around about the September period. I don't know if you can see it. And then it looks like they might go even lower, around about the $10 to $7 mark. Oh, sorry. Gosh. Sorry, not seeing. I will do the screen again. My fault for sharing the wrong screen. I should next time share the entire screen, so whatever I see is whatever you see. So embarrassing. So I'll share the entire screen again. I'll quickly go back to that screen there. So embarrassing. Very amateur. See, not experienced enough. But I thought it was an interesting share on the Tiger. So can you guys see the screen? Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure that you guys can see the screen. I'm back again. I think this is disaster. Alex, you are a disaster. Okay. So many technical issues, but I can hear myself now. Okay, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello. Yes. Oops, I still can hear myself. I don't know what's happened there. Seriously, I don't know what's happened. Hello. I think I'm echo. Yeah, I know. I'm hearing echoing. I don't know if you guys are hearing echoing as well. Okay, I think I'm back. Hello, test. I hope I'm not echoing again. Okay, I'm not echoing. No echo. Okay, fine. I'm so sorry. I accidentally closed the screen. I've got multiple screen up because I only work on one screen. So let me quickly go back to my screen. When I was hovering, I accidentally closed the screen. So it's very off-putting. If I was watching this, it would be very, very off-putting. Okay, so let's go back to Tiger because I really want to look at that. I've looked at it already, and I'm going to allow. So besides, okay, this is what I will. This is where I'm on FinTech Tiger. So hopefully you guys can see this. Yep. Okay, FinTech Tiger's up. So where I'm coming from is FinTech Tiger's got a death cross. So it means bad news. So a death cross that came around about the September period, and it just went spiral down, and there was a huge strong support around about the $13 mark. Huge strong support, as you can see there. And then it just kept spiraling down. I think that might be a bounce. Hopefully there's a bounce round about the $7-8 period, and then see where it's going to go from there. So as it stands, the trend is going is bearish. There's nothing much we can really do about it. It's really bearish. So if anybody's holding or anybody wants to buy more, you just have to wait a bit on Tiger Up FinTech, because it's on that trend, but it's on that cycle, the same as eToro, the same as everybody, because trading, share buying is something that's on a decline just now. It's not as popular like back in January. So it's on a decline. So it depends on the sales figure, how they come up. So I think it's bearish trend just now. So just be aware if you are still on your Tiger stock. So the other stock that I was looking at, I'm going to see, can you see NNDM, please? Yeah, I can see NNDM, no problem. Sorry for the mirroring. I can easily see NNDM, none of them mentioned. So let me just minimize the screen. I'm sure you guys can see my screen because it's full view just now. So I'm going to do NNDM, and then after that, I'm going to do Fiverr, and I really want to do CrowdStrike to have a look, because it really interests me to see where we are just now. But I'll look at NNDM just now. NNDM, again, it looks like what I'll do some charting. So what I do normally is I take a screenshot and I plot my graph and my writings on it. So I'll do that. Okay, this screen, I'll try to maximize the screen so everybody can see it. Okay, so I always start off by looking at the stochastic. It looks like it's oversold. It looks like it might bounce, and I can clearly see a great support on NNDMC. You can very clearly see that line there. It's touched. Okay, I'll put it here. So it's touched at 1 point, 2 point, 3 point. That's why you see that bounce. And unfortunately, you see a death cross round about here in that period, round about end of July. Okay, so there's a lot of death cross lately for stocks, for high multiple stocks that's not making too much revenue. So you see the death cross, they really need to go back up, but when, we are not sure. They really need to bounce, they really need to boost. But I know that none of them mentioned in the last, not the last quarter before, they're not making money. And remember the CEO, I've actually watched his conference. He says that in the next 2 years, he's been loads of spending. He's got cash, he's got no debt, but a lot of spending before they can actually rebound. So if you're one of the NNDM's holder, you just have to be really, really patient with them. He did say the word 2 years, and when I heard the word 2 years, it's around about back April period. He says you have to be patient. The company takes 2 years, but they have no debt and they're looking to buy out other companies. So you just have to be patient. And if when's the next bounce back up is, I think this should be the area that you're looking at. You're looking at the $8 mark. $8 mark, and also I think it is around about here. I think the next one up should be, I'm not convinced it's that area. It should be around about the $8, 9, and then before we see any 10. So it's going to be a lot of risk reward here. So you buying NMDM, if you're owning NMDM, where should you go from now? I think we're looking at a potential up to $8. It's a good reward at this point, risk reward, and then it might go even higher, risk reward. And what's the worst that can happen? Will they go even lower? I doubt it. I think they're at the floor just now. To me, it looks like they're at the floor just now. I don't think they go even lower than 5. So if you're buying now, I mean, for me, if you want to take the risk and reward, if it breaks below 5, then you need to exit the game. But it looks like they're on the bounce back up. They looks like they might be. I'm looking at the star. They've got a couple of morning star here. It looks like they may be on bounce back up. So in terms of the company, it's still going to take time before it recovers. But in terms of the technical analysis, they look like they have floored the bottom. For them to break this floor to go even lower, it must be something really drastic, something really bad fundamentally on their roadmap. So that's what I see on another dimension. Very, very quick in that sense. And the same thing happened again. My screen is froze. Every time I use that chart thing, it just freezes my screen. It happens to me in the daytime. It's not a great time to happen on when it's live, when you're sharing it live. So, oh gosh, do I need the new computer? I think that's a question that many should ask. I've used this Mac for many years. Served me, made about over 600 videos on this one, and it served me well, but it is not doing just well if it's frozen. I cannot even switch screen. I cannot switch screen. Nope, I can go back to my Firefox. I think just give it a few minutes. So yeah, so I've done Tiger, I've done Nano Dimension. Those were the stocks that I was looking at previously as well. I did own that stocks, but I sold it when this interest rate hike issue came on. So I had to just consolidate all into Nvidia and Tesla and AMD. But folks, I've been friends have been asking me, going back to work. Now I go back to work and folks are asking me about stocks. Alex, what is your favorite stocks? Like folks at work never speak to me about stocks and stuff previously before the lockdown, but after they see me on YouTube, people have been asking me. So the common question is, Alex, what's your most bullish stock just now? I mean, my most bullish stock just now is to AMD and Coinbase. It's crazy, yeah? AMD and Coinbase. AMD because I think sitting about $100, it's really, really cheap. I'm even option trading AMD covered calls. I've done that in the last 2 months. And AMD sitting at 100, hoping to break 120. They might not break 120. They might stay sideways for, I would say, not even this quarter earnings in October. I think they still go sideways until perhaps next year, Q1, Q2, Q1, January, February, before they break away. So I'm quite patient with them, let them stay where they are so I can buy more and more. And everybody asked me what to buy. AMD is my first choice. And then followed second one would be Coinbase. People ask me saying, Alex, what's the best to risk transfer? I'll say Coinbase. Alex, what's the best stock in the next thing? I said Coinbase. Alex, what's the next $1 trillion stock? I still said Coinbase. I get loads of negative sentiment when I say it on Twitter. People laughed at me and say, oh, Alex, you're crazy. You're buying Coinbase. It's crypto. It's risky. It's dangerous. But where I'm coming from is I cannot find a stock that's on a hyper growth mode with high subscriber growth, high institution growth. I know they've got issue with customer service, but I cannot find any other stock that's got higher jump, higher base. Great CEO, Brian, who is at the helm, and all the VC who invested since day one is still invested with Coinbase. They can see even further. I've listened to podcasts, and that's where I am with Coinbase. And if any other stock that you can think of that's better than Coinbase, please share it out to me. I'm always keen and happy to listen. But my computer is still frozen, surprisingly, and I don't know why. My computer is still frozen. I don't know. Yep, I can't even see the comments because it's really literally blocking my screen. Yeah, I can see snippets of it because I'm trying to move my yeah, see keys. Yep, I'm trying to see what else guys have spoke about. So I'm trying to sneak through. So JFK says, are you still holding a long term? Yeah, I'm still holding Dark Trace. So Dark Trace I'm holding. Dark Trace is a funny one. It's quite strategic way of me buying Dark Trace. So where I'm coming from with Dark Trace is I buy it for my pension. I buy it for my pension and I buy it for my kids. Okay, my main stocks and my trading time, I don't buy Dark Trace, but it's on my pension because I know it's gonna be long term. It's gonna be volatile. I've said it many times. I look at it, it's gone up to 10, 9, it dropped back to 7, it's gone back up, swinging up and down. So Dark Trace will be one of those long term. So I put in pension and my kids. My kids, I'm not gonna trade up and down my kids' money unless I buy them index or I buy them high growth stock. So for the kids, I'm still in it. I've not sold any of my Dark Trace since I've mentioned and I bought it. I've stopped buying because there's only so much you can put in pension and so much only you can put in the kids. So I stopped buying, but I'm there. I'm not even looking at it at all. I'm actually just listening to the news, whoever shares it on my Discord channel. And that is all good. So are there any fintech that you invested in? Yes, there's a fintech that everybody speaks about that I've not looked into detail, but I know it's jumped up. I did put it on my notes. It's AFRM. I don't know if you guys heard AFRM. AFRM is buy now, pay later type company. And it's like Klarna. It's like that Australian company that Square buyout. So buy now, pay later, it seems like a trend just now. And for me, I don't like buy now, pay later. I don't know. For me, I like to pay things up front if I can afford to, save before I buy. It's just going to be in a world where my kids grow up where things are getting so expensive, they have to buy in installments. Before, it's only mortgages and cars. It seems like everything else, like mobile phones, that you have to do that, computer. I don't know, if you buy a gadget and a robot Hoover, I don't know, Hoover, you have to buy an installment. So it's starting to be a trend, and folks are going down. So AFRM, that's the one that everyone is looking at. And the other one, Delo, is it Delo? I think another company called Delo as well. So something that I didn't look at, but I know there's a viewer that actually looks at Delo. DLO. It's one of these growth stock that's looking at also another fintech related company. Hey Rob T, good morning. Good morning. I live in the UK, so it's just past lunchtime here, so it's good to see you. I just jumped on surprise because I'm off on Friday, and I just want to do some charting. But for some reason, my screen doesn't work just now. It's still frozen. I'm still lobbed with a screen. See, I'm really struggling to get this thing away. But let me see if I can. My computer crashed again. What is going on? What is going on? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hi Ashwin, how you doing? Great, great. I thought I'd just say hello to you. Thanks for the front and back chatting. It's always good to read comments from you and also you sharing views as well. And on option trading just now, doing cover calls and sell puts is great. It's great. So yeah, I can see he says I'd rather pick Futu because the thing from us here, we cannot use Tiger or FUTU. I think somebody told me you can use Tiger, but we all always use other brokers. But I suppose back in like Singapore, Hong Kong, folks who use Tiger or FUTU type for their own personal usage. So I suppose is that a reason why you think that Futu maybe their product's a lot better? Maybe that's what you say. I've got Tiger as well. The company come to me saying whether I can promote for them. I said I can't promote for you because I don't use your product. I can't go on YouTube and say, "Hello, use Tiger." I've not used it myself, so that's something. But something that I was asking, maybe you guys can tell me whether Tiger do option trading on the platform, because that's what's great about Robinhood. Yeah, Robinhood, they can do option trading. You can buy and sell. You can do cryptos now with wallets. Is what they've announced. I don't know if you can do it Futu or Tiger. That's something that I've always wanted to know, but anybody can tell me. It'd be great. Rob T is AFRM. Yep, jump because they have a new partnership with Amazon, Walmart, and Target. Yeah, so if and it's roaring above 104, I think, from where I've last seen it. 104 AFRM, Yahoo Finance, AFRM. When I saw it, it was around about $80, and the next thing I saw was 140. I says, how can something fly so fast? It just reminds me of the days of Fiverr and Pinterest. Things or hyper growth stocks were just flying. And folks on Twitter were talking about it. I completely missed it. I was just focused on my cryptos and my core stocks. So I'm just gonna see if I can just share screen again, and hopefully it doesn't crash my screen again. Okay. So yeah, AFRM. I'm just looking at the technical charts here. I don't know if I've got any hyper. I don't think they're in hyper charts yet because they're pretty new still. So let me just see if I can stock card as well. AFRM. I'm just opening everything at once. This is what I do normally when I read about a stock. So oh, guess what? They have it on. They have it on hyper charts. Well done, hyper charts. Look, so revenue 827 multiples. Not too bad. Not too bad for what's it's been. Growth about 73% quarterly. So it has got merchant network, virtual card network, interest income, gains and services, 261 million per quarter. So it looks like grew around about 20%. Obviously, they're spending money to expand the network. A lot of expenditure going on here. This is type of the chart that you see in most hypergrowth company. People invest in them, hopefully for a reversal. Once the trend jumps up, that's them making money. At the moment, margin is pretty not great. Operating loss. So it's the growth. I think that's what people's interested. So the last quarter growth year on year is 66. followed by 70% growth. And the OPEX revenue is increasing because of the expansion. And I think like Rob T says is also the fact that they are expanding to Walmart and Amazon. So I just want to see the chart here. So they look like it's just broken away here. Broke away September after that great information, great merger, and they're hovering around the area. You can see the volume. People are just buying and selling, but there are more bulls and bears just now. It's hovering up high. Folks are holding 130 period. And it is, in fact, it actually reached its high back in February. I didn't realize that. Back in February, before it dips back down and flying back up again. So it's still looking like if you're a chart artist here, it looks like a cup and handle. Can you not see it? A cup. It's formation here, forming a handle. It's going to come back down around about the 108 buy zone before it bounce back away. You see the cup handle, yeah? I'll do it again. So you see the cup of the decline, it jumps back up because of great news. Investors were wrong. And now it's doing a formation on the handle bed. So if it handles, it might come back down about 100, 104. And it looks like it's a bounce rate up from that point. So it looks like a cup and handle. So if anybody wants to buy and be patient, always be patient. It's already up high anyway. It's already priced in for the next couple of quarters. So just wait for the cup and handle and then jump back in. So I'll just stop share screen here. Yes. So Rob T, I don't know if you're invested in it, but AFRM is one that everybody speaks about on Twitter every time. And I don't know much about it, but it's good to know today. Yep. Yeah, it's my computer crashed again. Terrible. Yep. I don't know. Hello, SC. How are you doing? Are you from Singapore as well, SC? That's one of the reasons why I want to catch it this afternoon. I just want to see where my viewers are from. I noticed there are two big areas. I come to UK, yeah, but I don't get much UK viewers, and my viewers come from Singapore, Malaysia, and America. So, and if I do nighttime, the Americans will be watching it. But if I do, and then the folks from Singapore miss it. So I thought I'd just do something in the afternoon. Give it a trial, give it a trial, spontaneous, and see how it goes. Yeah, and Rob, you're just saying prior to the new partnership, they were mainly doing business with Peloton. Yeah, funny enough, Peloton. I was actually looking at Peloton charts yesterday. I saw it bottom at 80, and I did share a couple of option trades with the guys on Discord. And the next thing is yesterday it bounced back 8%. So let's look at Peloton. That was an interesting one. I think they look like the bottom up, but still high risk. Let's look at Peloton. Yeah, I don't know if you guys invest in Peloton. Just tell me, because why I saw a Peloton truck in my driveway. I live in a very small town in Scotland, yeah, and to see a Peloton van drove by, I said, "What is going on here?" It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. So let's go Peloton chart here. Peloton. Are you guys invested in Peloton? I mean, I always felt like Peloton was like a one-trick pony company because I've invested in one-trick pony company. I got myself burned. I've invested in Fitbit. I've invested in GoPro. I made money. I lost money. I just fed up, not long term. And we look at Peloton again. I thought, another one-trick pony because they only sell one product. If someone comes a copycat, boom, that's the end of them. So is Peloton a copycat? But they've got subscriber base. So something that I cannot make up my mind yet. But one thing that I would like to share is I'm not going to paint this thing because I can't. The drawing tool is pretty. I use Doodle. See, there's a death cross here. Okay, death cross around about May period. It tried to bounce back up. It tried to do a golden cross, but it failed and it just gone down. Oh gosh, gone down. But what I've seen is potentially that might be on the bottom. Not a convincing bottom, but sorry, I just have to remove that. Remove. How do you remove that? Okay, see, they might be at the bottom because it met the last bottom round about in May. So that's where, oops, see, just painted the whole thing. Computer needs updating, guys. Okay, and you see that trend line. So it looks like they might have a rebound bounce back up this period. It looks like a convincing star here. If you can see that, a star, but it's not very bullish engulfing. Normally bullish engulfing, you see something big up here that shows a strong bounce, but it's not really bullish engulfing. But then we were getting two stubs here. So it looks like, who knows? People are starting to buy again. People think it's low. Institution thinking, oh, wait a minute, it's really, really cheap. Maybe it's time for the bounce. And if it does go for the bounce, and if this reversal for that 50-day moving average starts moving back up, who knows, by November, December, we might see the bounce. But again, it's going to be a high-risk stock here. It's going to be one of the stocks that not everybody can buy. I mean, I'm 40. I'm focused on a few other stocks. I like my AMD, NVIDIA. I wouldn't go buy Peloton for the risk. Because if I want risk, I'll go and get cryptos. So it's up to you. If you're not a crypto guy, you thought, I need a risk, I need something that's on the floor and bottom. This looks, maybe Peloton might be the one for you. But again, I'm just basing the floor on 2 points that they have reached recently here, this point, and it looks like there might be a strong support here. Is it strong support? Maybe they might be consolidating. I don't know, but we need to see their numbers and figures. So the last time I've seen the figures for Peloton, I think they were still increasing. I think they're still doing the hockey stick. You guys know the hockey stick, yeah? When you see a sales revenue go, whoa, hello, that's a hockey stick. Hello, subscriber growth. There you go. Subscriber growth is still there, okay? But on the revenue part, they might have declined a bit. Decline maybe due to a couple of upgrades, couple of I think they've got a treadmill. They invest in the treadmill and also expanding the feature. Maybe the expenses are going up. There you go. I was right. So operating income has gone down. That's why it's pulled it down. So things like this happen. It's called reinvesting the company. It happened on Amazon. It happened on Netflix, and see how they turn around. So if you want to take the risk at this point, do it. And this is one thing that people don't like. Okay, this is one thing investors don't like. You see, when you see net income over every quarter, you see them making loss, and suddenly you see them a jump. But the jump was due to COVID. Okay, the COVID advantage. People want to stay at home. People want to cycle, and it jumped up. But then if you're doing that trend and you're starting to make money, and then you reversal down again and made it even worse, minus 300 million, it puts a lot of investors off, and that's why you can see the share price just drop down. So I'm not surprised the share price has dropped all to that point here. I'm not saying that I've predicted the future. I'm just looking at it as an independent reviewer. But have they flawed? Have they bottomed? We don't know. We really need to see if if they recover, if they start recovering, or are they going to go lower? If they do go lower, if their revenue goes even lower because they're trying to expand, but they're still not making money, they're not getting traction, then it's starting to look like Fitbit. Remember Fitbit when they tried to start the new revision product? They keep pushing, they throw lots of money in it, and the revenue keeps dropping because adoption. People don't want to buy a Fitbit. People want to buy an Apple Watch. People want to buy a Garmin, and it keeps dropping. So is this copycating culture really affecting Peloton? I don't know. I'm not going to put a biased opinion on them. I think technically they look like they might have a potential to bounce, but again, it comes with risk. If you want the reward, you need to take the risk at the same time. So I thought that was interesting to look at the Peloton chart there. So I'm just going to go back on my screen. I'm going to stop. Yeah. So that's me on Peloton. I've never tried a Peloton before, but it feels like if you own a Peloton, you're up in a higher society. I'm just on my bike. I cycle to school. I cycle my kids to school. California Tino Cardano. Tino Cardano. Are you related to Cardano Arda? That's a very nice name, Tino. Or are you Tino Cardano because you're a Cardano investor? But if you are having that name, I think it's a very cool, very, very cool name. SC, you're saying, is Zoom a one-trick pony? Zoom is a one-trick pony, but because of the amount of revenue they've brought in, if the CEO is as smart as how he turns Zoom around, he should be a smart man enough to take the money, reinvest in new products and new ventures and new expansion. So if he's good enough to take Zoom from nobody to hero during COVID, taking advantage, I'm sure he's got that wits to bring it up. That's why I'm hoping to see Zoom with new products. He cannot just rely on his free 45 minutes and then charge. He needs to expand the features and see where it goes. Yeah. JK say it looks like a good swing play. I'm not swing trading no more, but Peloton does look like a good swing play. So, and Rob, you're saying, I think it's the online community that people are drawn into. Yeah, maybe I've not used it. I cannot comment on it. But one thing that maybe I want to share is, I don't know if you guys do option trading. I don't know if Ashwin Yo is still here, but he's one of the guys that's influenced me to do it. Again, I did it before, but I stopped. I did swing trading. I thought it was easier. And so let's go back to the charts again. Okay, let's go back to let me show you the charts for the option trade, because it looks pretty attractive. You might potentially remember we are flooring about 80. Yeah, Peloton, PTON, Peloton. Okay, so I go options. So I go to options. So I don't own Peloton. What if I do a short put? Short put meaning I'll sell an option to buy at a strike price. Okay, if it hits that strike price, I'll buy it. Okay, so I am looking not now. Let's say around about end of October for Peloton. So it's not a call, it's the puts. Okay, so if I sell a put around end of October, let's say that I actually wanted to buy 81, but I missed it. So if I'm actually looking around about the 82. So meaning I put a strike price at 82, and if it comes in, if it goes above 82, it doesn't come in at 82 at end of October. I actually keep 242 pounds, $242 per single contract. So one contract is 100 Peloton shares. So if I sell a put at 82, I could potentially make 242. If I do two contracts, I make 400 within a stint of 3 months. So it looks pretty good. Or if what if I go further on saying that I'm going to buy Peloton? I feel that Peloton might be bullish in January. Let's say in January after the sales, people buy for Christmas. So Peloton and around about January period, even at $90 strike price, let's say I'm willing to buy Peloton at $90 strike price, and I think Peloton will go up. I can get a premium of 1,130. Look, times by 100, 1,130 at that strike price. And if Peloton goes higher because it's very bullish, I miss the opportunity to buy, but I keep the premium. But if not, I can keep the premium if it goes up. But then if the share, if it's 90, it needs to strike at 90. So it's pretty attractive. You see some folks I've seen on Twitter are calling for a strike price of 105, 110, about 2,120 or 2,215. So a sell put, if you are very brave enough and believe in the product and believe in the bullishness, or something that we don't know, folks will be striking 100, 105 and 2,200 for a single contract. Imagine you want to buy two lots of 200 of Peloton stocks at 100 per share and a strike price in January. You might be already pulling in 2 to 3 grand. So if you look at this here, I don't know if you guys know option well enough. So at 100, if you buy 100, you're actually getting a discount of 17. So you're actually paying, you get a premium. If you buy 100, you minus your premium for 17, you're actually getting it for 83. You're getting for $83 dollars per share at that price if you think Peloton is bullish. But this is something I was looking at actually when Peloton was hovering around the $80 mark. I was actually looking at this options, whether I should do options for the January period. But because they jumped back up again, everything got resetted. So it's not as a good deal as where I saw it about 2 days ago. So that's me with Peloton. That's what really got me interested looking at them. Yeah. And Tino Cardano confirmed that so it's your name. It's Tino Cardano, not the owner of the Cardano ADA. That's a great name. It's a great name. I like that name. JK, yeah. Are you using IB for option play, Alex? Yes, I use Interactive Broker. Yes, IBKR for option play. I've used IBKR for 7-8 years now. I used them for 7-8 years now, and I did some options before the COVID crash, and I just diversified my portfolio. And then COVID crash, and then swing trading on eToro, and then swing trading without leverage was great. I didn't have to take much risk. But now with going sideways, so I thought, I'll just go back to option playing. And I'm doing option plays for Pinterest because I own lots of Pinterest covered calls, and I do also sell puts for AMD to buy more AMD, and then after that I'll do more covered calls for AMD. So these are the two places, and Coinbase is the next one that I'm keen to do as well. So that's where I am for it, JK. Betacoin, I don't know who's Betacoin. Sorry, I don't know who Betacoin is. Not sure. How about Shibu Inu? Speaking of crypto, Shibu Inu. Oh man, that actually flew so high. I'm not even sure how much they're worth today, but the last time I saw they were top 14 in the market cap. So just let me share my screen. Shibu Inu. I don't know. You guys own Shibu Inu? Just shout out. Say if you own Shibu Inu, making lots of money. Are you guys intending to sell, or are you guys intending to hold? So it looks like Shibu Inu has dropped back down to number 20. They're around about the Bitcoin Cash Polygon. They have beaten Polygon Matic. Jeez. Look at the charts just now. So there have been a huge dump in the last 24 hours, obviously, from 0.34 all the way to 0.22. Huge dump. People rebuying back, thinking that's the floor. But remember, it's 24/7, yeah? And it's only like early in the morning, 10 to... So it looks like the Asian market is pushing them up. Yeah, the Asian market, the Far East, folks in the Far East, maybe Singaporeans are buying Shibu Inu, pushing it out, trying to push it. But is it coming back now? We don't know. So we just have to wait and see whether it's that the dump on Shibu Inu. For me, I don't really buy dog or meme coins because I'm so busy trying to buy up Polygon. No, not Polygon. Solano. I'm so busy trying to buy up Polka Dots. I don't know if you can. Let me just check if you can see my screen. Yes. So for me, if you can see the star, I buy Ethereum. I watch Cardano, but I don't buy them. Solano and Polkadot are the two that I'm trying to buy as much as I can. Polkadot is one that I'm actually buying more. It's like the second biggest one of my crypto holding, because of Parachain auction, where they're gonna have new Parachain auction coming in, where you have to lock your Polkadot for 2 years, but you VC, you become like a venture capitalist to support a coin through crowd loans, and that will be happening at Q4 around about a November period. So a lot of people are buying up Polkadot just now. That's why you can see it go up, but not as strong as the likes of Solano or Terra Luna. So I'm at the point where should I stop buying? But one that I'm really bullish on, which we get loads of chat on the Discord channel, which is free. I don't know if you guys are there. Is there's one chap that's huge on Terra Luna. He's been educating all of us, and he's been doing really well, and we all are convinced. And you look at Terra Luna, it's something that has gone from like the lows of $5 all the way to 45. So I'm sure that very special gentleman bought it at $5 and now it's at 45. So it's almost a 9x, which is well done to him. Life has changed for him completely. I hope to get him on the show sometime soon. But talking about the coin specifically, Terra Luna is one of those coins where it's not about mining, it's about stable coins. So to mine a UST Terra Luna, Terra Luna is linked to US Terra. So Terra Luna, to mine Terra Luna, you have to to get a Terra Luna stable coin, you have to use a Luna and burn it to get a UST coin. So each time UST is being produced, Luna is being depleted, it's getting destroyed. It's getting destroyed each time. So each time it's getting destroyed, they have to produce new Terra. And each time they produce new Terra, it's just going to make it go even higher. So it's all about the scarcity. They've developed it really, really well. And the market cap is sitting with 17 billion just now. And if you look at Tether USA, Tether is about 68 billion. So it depends how far will Terra go, will depend on, let me show you this chart. Okay, let me show you this chart. It will just blow your mind away if I can find it. I need to find filter. Okay, we're still on Terra, yeah? We're still talking about Terra. We're not going away from Terra. Let me just find, this thing has changed so much. I'm looking for stable coins. Okay. Okay, here we are. So Tether, which many people think is a scam because they've got no coins, no gold to back them up. They're billions, $68 billion market. And here we go. And number 53, we got Terra UST, who's only sitting at 2 billion market. So every time a Terra gets produced, a Luna gets burned. So if this Terra starts moving up the ranks into the billions of 10 billion, 20 billion, 30 billion on the market, taking away market share cap from Binance, USD, and Tether, if this starts shuffling about, that's what's going to push Terra up. Terra is sitting at $45 just now. Once you start doubling this Terra to 4 billion, to 8 billion, to 12 billion, Terra will go 40, 60, 80, 100. That's why I think at the moment, one of my most bullish speculation, not actually mine, it's actually someone else's research, is in fact Terra Luna. So if you guys have got spare cash that you don't know what coin to buy, do think about Terra Luna. I'm actually more bullish now on Terra compared to Polkadot and Solano. And it's something I'm still learning, I'm still reading, and the community out there is huge. It's a very respectable community that people speak to, ask a question. And then the other one that's popular is Avalanche as well, Avax. It's the fastest blockchain ever produced. It's fastest, it's quick, but it's still got lots of stuff that it needs to go on. The DeFi is still not established. The wallets is still confusing. The swap culture is still confusing. So it's not as established. The great thing about Terra Luna is the expansion is so big. The community is so big. I don't know whether the code has been developed so well that software developer can just jump on and create something new really quick. Terra is just moving at 100 miles per hour. So something for you folks to think about. If you are looking, you got spare cash to buy, you don't want to buy stocks, Terra should be the one. So I'm going to say it today, Terra at 45, and I don't know, Terra might go 200. So I'm just speculating. I've got nothing to prove behind it. I'm just looking at how the UST in relation conjunction to the USDT, 2 billion versus 68 billion. If they start swapping places, that's what's going to push Terra up. I've got no spreadsheet to prove that, so I do not want to quote $200, but I'm just going to tell it to myself on my notes until I see the progress, until we get more data, then I can start plotting. As it stands, it's just speculation. Yep. So that is that's me for stock Shiba Inu. Unity. Hello, Drew. Is it Drew Joseph? No, Drew SPH. Unity Software is going to be the company of the decade. Yeah. I did hear someone's thesis about Unity software going beta is not just in the gaming business, but it's the metaverse. That's why I heard someone actually sought his thesis, but I didn't really finish it. But he was very, very bullish about Unity. So let's look at the Unity chart. Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's do it in Unity. It's one of those one I was looking at it, but again, it came to a point where I can only own so much stock. So Unity was on the radar, but it got overtaken by cybersecurity type stocks. So let's go Unity software. I'm not looking at the last few earnings, but let's go. So 41x multiple. Let me zoom in for you guys to see it. So it's a $38 billion cap. 38 billion is slightly more than Etsy. Slightly more than Etsy. Revenue TTM of almost 1 billion. Okay, they're almost bringing almost 1 billion, close to 1 billion. They're going to bring close to $1 billion soon. Okay, so every quarter 250 million. So that's more than Fiverr. A whole lot more than Fiverr, obviously. And they're still expanding, they're still spending. So as a software company, it's quite okay to see operating income low. We've seen it Palantir, yeah. Palantir, when they had the huge Phantom upgrade, I think one of the Phantom software upgrade, you can see boom, huge dip because they're putting so much research cash and money in. And once that's over, the revision cycle's up, then you can see the reversal trend change. That software company, the expenditure could just go dip for a few months or a few years, not few years, but like 9 months to 9 to 15 months, and then they reverse pretty quick once everything goes really smooth, just like blockchain technology on the upgrade. So net income, I think they're still going through upgrades. They're still going to the cloud server upgrade there. And look at the gross margin at 80% profit. Yeah, software. It's like Facebook. Yeah, the Facebook gross margin for Facebook is so high. What do they do? Because they don't own anything. They just sell ads, and they make so companies like this with high gross margin is spectacular. Don't be put off by high operating expense. In fact, as a growth company, as a software growth company, I want to see high operating expenses. Okay, I want to see great marketing. I want to see huge research and development. That's what the engine runs on. And you've got general administration. I suppose that's you hiring, employing more people. You don't hire people in software developers, you're not going to win the race. Look at Coinbase. Coinbase has quadrupled 4 times. Their office has quadrupled 4 times since the IPO because the demand is huge. That is a good sign, yeah, on the roadmap. And growth, OPEX is increasing, but it's just this revenue growth that is not showing signs of resurrection. That I think spending so much, we want to see returns, but give it time. So outstanding shares, they've sold more. I suppose they have diluted more shares. That's why it's gone up. But if they need to expand, they need more money. They have to go shell out more shares, and this might lower the share price. So just have to be careful on that. Market cap gone down because of the stock price. So Unity is something that you need to watch out. Okay, it's one of those stocks that you watch out. It's not going to be in the next 2-3 years bounce. We're not going to see like the January, February super hype 10-20% jump. We just have to be patient in stocks like this. We page 136. I'm just looking at the charts here quickly, so I've not looked at it for quite some time. 136 Unity. You can see, as every other stock, there's always a death cross that's evolving about here. So death cross just is it? No, it's not death cross. Sorry, it's a golden cross. Ding ding ding. That is a golden cross. That's when the 50-day moving average past the 200-day moving. It's a golden cross, and now after the golden trend, it looks like it's a bullish trend going back up. How high they can go, I am not sure. Oh, wait, is this forming another cup and handle, guys? Am I seeing another cup and handle? It's all gone down. It's rebounded back up. It's got a golden cross. It's gonna move, consolidate for a bit period, bounce back down where the last cup is run about the 125, and who knows, it's gonna go up again. So it looks like a cup handle, but it's still forming, it's still developing. To do a cup and handle, you need to be at the last high point. So they have not reached that high. So the last high point was around about 150. So to finish the formation of the cup, they need to push up the 150, 160 mark here. Okay, if you want to form a cup and handle formation, make sure I wouldn't take that peak. That peak was a bit premature type peak. I would take about 155 mark. So you need to see it push up to 155 before it does its formation and bounce back up. If it doesn't break that, then that cup and handle formation doesn't really work. So that's how the technicians would see it. So Unity, anybody owns Unity? Just drop line, tell me, Drew. Come to decade. So I suppose, Drew, you own for the long term, decade, you're long-term holder. So yeah, good stuff will come through, and hopefully Unity might be your retirement stock. Yeah, good stuff. Daipesh, how are you doing, my friend? I know you've been busy, back to work again. Same as me, I've got not much time charting. I have to do it live today to share, so I can do it 2-in-1 and chat to you guys at the same time. I just missed it. I'm just busy at work. Everybody's back into the office. Everybody wants to chat. I'm sure you all feel the same. Hi, Miguel. How are you doing, my friend? Long time to say everything is well. Everything is well. I just got my Friday off. I just have to say it. Great Friday off. Helping the wife sort the house out, do a bit of cleanup, and I just jump on before I go pick up my child in the next 10 minutes. So I thought I'd just do some charts, and I just missed this day where you just sit here all day and do your charts. And and Debbie, she said Terra at 200. You heard it here first. So yeah, so if you guys are buying any cryptos, Ethereum and Bitcoin is something that people will buy. Yeah, it's called the blue chip. But if you're looking for altcoins, people don't. For me, I don't want to go to Doge or Shibu area. I know Shibu is gone 7x, but if you want to buy and keep dollar cost averaging, not worry about the share price, but more excited about the development, the likes of Solano, Polkadot, Terra, Avax. These are the four of the ones I like here. I'll repeat again. It's Solano, Polkadot, Terra, and Avax. The one that's leading, which I see very bullish, I can see it clearly in the share price, is Terra. Polkadot. Solano has an issue. I think they're doing their conference in Portugal pretty soon. I don't know when that's going to happen. And the last one, Avax. Avax is still trying to, they've gone the upgrades, but there's still a lot of stuff they need to develop. They need to attract developers. If they don't attract developers building it at high speed, Avax is not going to go anywhere. But, it's good. It's a good position to be in for this four stocks. Hi, Kerry Reyes, how are you doing? I am well, thank you. Would you transfer your gains from your stock to crypto, or would you keep them separate? Kerry, very tempted, honestly. I've sat on my desk and at work at lunch with a sandwich in my mouth, said, should I just sell up my stocks and go all crypto? I have gone through that days. Should I just sell all my Tesla and just drop in all for a 20% yield in Terra? I have gone through the days, but no, I have to stick to my rules. Stocks will be my stocks. It took me a while to build this portfolio, concentrated 5 stocks, as you all know. And I do not want to sell it. My kids, I'm not shelling my kids' stock and to convert it over to crypto. So instead, I've been saving really hard up, trying to buy cryptos on the go, in every dip, buy on the dip. I keep buying. I even bought Solano yesterday as well. So no, I keep them separate because I always say this statement. I hope in future I can write about a book about it. Cryptos will bring our first million. When I say our, all of you as well. Stocks will bring your first million, our first million. Okay, when we are trying to retire early, cryptos will bring our second and third million, because crypto is still at a very early stage. Okay, regulations all worried, don't worry. Facebook, Apple, Amazon are not even going to blockchain yet. And when these guys come into blockchain, it'll be too late. Everything will be all rocketing. So we're in a very, very early part of the chain. Okay, I'll repeat again. Stocks will give you and me our first million. Okay, stocks and shares are Tesla, AMD, Nvidia, Unity, as mentioned by Drew. First million, but crypto will bring a second and third million. That's my belief, and best get it in now. We've missed the boat back in September, October, or the 2017 boat, but it's still not late because things are actually developing really, really well. So yeah, think about it, guys. That's my quote, and hope that will be the title of my book when they ever do write my book, if I'm right, of course. I'm not gonna release a book when I'm wrong. Okay. Me, myself, and milk, and me, myself, and Mick milk. Me, myself, and Mick. Squarespace looks a good buy. Growing subscriber year after year. Oh, Squarespace. I suppose I've not looked at it, but Squarespace. I thought you were talking about Square there. I suppose Squarespace as in the website company. Space. I'm just checking out the Squarespace hyper charts. There've been a huge oh, sorry, you guys are not seeing my screen here. Share screen. Okay, sorry, I'm just quickly going to switch over. Yeah, so it looks like growing rate. They're growing around about the 30% mark. 30% mark. Yeah, they're growing 30% steady, 30% rate. But there's a huge expenditure. I suppose there's a huge upgrade that's going on with the system. That's what they have a huge. Did they buy anybody out? Did they take over anybody? I'm not sure. So not too sure. So it looks like general administration of 284. It looks like, is there a buyout with Squarespace recently? That's caused the general administration to go up pretty high. But yeah, if you're saying that subscriber base is gone, yeah, it's year after year. anything with subscriber growth, and also revenue. Yeah, always remember that. I think that's key. And we've seen in Peloton subscriber growth, but we just need to see a huge revenue boost, and that would be great. I'm just looking at Ashwin. Only do option on stocks you want to own already on. Great, that's great. 100% with you on that. Do not own option that you do not intend to hold long term. Exactly. I mean, I try to explain to folks. I 100% agree with you. I mean, don't do option trade like naked puts. I was looking at it. Peloton naked put. Should I do that unless I want to hold it? It's something that I'm still thinking whether I should start holding. But I'm doing on AMD myself. So that's a good point by Ashwin. Don't if you start doing stocks that you don't own, you're not really passive. You're there trying to monitor it and do naked calls and make sure you're on leverage. So it's not great. So Ashwin has got a really 100%, 110% behind you. Do the stocks that you own. If the share price drop, hits your strike price, share price drop, but you still buy the stocks at the price that you strike, it's fine. You own the stocks. You're just adding to your hundreds and hundreds of other holdings already. Never do option trades with stocks that you don't intend. Folks on Robinhood has done it. They've shown it, but it's too high risk for me. Smile, how you doing? Nice to see you again. And yeah, I'm just looking at the clock. I think I've got like 5 minutes before I can cycle to school. So I'm just gonna, hopefully close this session soon and say thank you, Daipish. Have a good Friday yourself. Have a good weekend, my friend. And hope you're not driving too much this weekend. I know you've been driving quite a lot. Back to work. Yeah, Madeira cake. Oh, Madeira cake. I like that name. You can always buy stocks after crypto bull cycle. Yeah. Oh, you think there's going to be a crypto? Yeah. I know we're in the crypto bull cycle now. It's quite surprised that, not surprised, but everybody's saying the same thing. That's what scares me sometimes, is there's going to be a crypto bull and then a bubble pop. What they say is Bitcoin might hit 100K and then break back down to, who knows? Will it hit at 60? Will it hit at 40? Will it hit at 30 again? That's what everybody's saying. But for me, even if they fall, because I don't own Bitcoin, I hold Ethereum. If I do sell, I need to think of an exit strategy. If it hits the peak, if Bitcoin hits its peak at 100K, what do I sell and what do I hold and rebuy back in? I think that's something that I've not developed yet. But you're right. A lot of folks are talking about the end of the bull cycle at 2022, January, February, March. We don't know. Unless the ETF for Bitcoin, Ethereum comes up, then we might be safe. We might not see the end, because when the ETF comes in, it's going to be huge inflow. Something that we're still watching out for. Why would Amazon join an existing crypto instead of starting their own? Yeah, I think a lot of blockchain, like the likes of Ethereum, Visa has collaborated with Ethereum recently, and Quant, QUANT, like London Stock Exchange and a few other institutions are trying to use the Quant existing blockchain to see if they can deploy. It's quite expensive to get, get a herd of 50, 60 developers, software developers, great experienced developers. It's expensive to start building from scratch. Facebook tried to do it, but they're working with Libra, and they've not released anything out yet. So I think adoption, they'll just adopt to someone that's out there. But again, these companies, I don't know what they're doing. They're not even sharing anything about using blockchain to stamp the data on a network server. Whether they want to be transparent, we don't know as well. So we just have to see. But you're right. I mean, Microsoft, who knows? Microsoft might buy out the whole XLM development team, 200 folks, brought it over. Again, it's getting software developers hard. Yeah, it's very, very hard. Last I heard, lots of folks from the likes of Apple and the likes of Facebook, they're leaving their companies to join the Ethereum crowd. They're leaving to join the Solana crowd. They're leaving. So there's only so many great experienced young developers out there, because I think the developers age is, I think the best time for a developer's peak is between 25 to 35, 40. Once they hit 40, they made the money, they're not going to work no more. That's what I hear from people. Yeah, Daipish, definitely write a book. I'll write that book once my crypto hits the second and third million. Definitely something that I'll look at. That's something it's key for me. But thank you very much, guys. It's 3 o'clock. I best get on my bike, not my Peloton bike, my real bike, my very old rusty bike, and go pick up my kids. It's Friday, so it's I guess it's a Pokemon night or Dinosaur King night with them. It's their TV night, the only TV night. They get TV night every Friday and Saturday. Every other day they were busy with schoolwork anyway. So definitely go join them. So if you guys go have a safe weekend, spend time with your parents, spend time with your kids, make a phone call, say hello to your loved ones. I think it's very, very important this time for everyone to be together. Okay, take care, guys, and I hope to see you guys soon. Okay, bye-bye.
end broadcast and take care.